then we can go into Warframe.
All
Yeah,
right, so
I'll play
first,
some Warframe.
absolutely most important question that I could have of anyone in the room. Did you have fun?
I had so
Yes.
much fun. It was.
Oh, that was a blast.
I've never seen such a chaotic little event in my entire life. Everything. We cut everything on fire.
Everything's on fire.
Everything.
Robin's just like, what can I burn? I'm burning it. I'm burning that. I'm burning that.
It reminds me of-
this burn. I'm burning it.
And so there's this scene.
I attacked.
Invaders
I attacked the scarecrow, trying to get myself killed so I could play as another goblin, and it didn't work.
I mean, there was a well and you can't swim, but then we broke the well, so that wasn't an option either.
that second lady coming out of the house, she needed to not survive long enough in order to be like, scarecrows, help me.
Okay, so I'm
But
actually.
she died like instantly. So
I'm gonna pull my character sheet up instead of the normal.
For Thursday, actually.
right, because we're not gonna go over to the.
So, if anybody, if we're doing anything with character sheets, can somebody pull up mine? Because I'm actually not at home at the moment.
Yeah, I could pull yours up in another. Or
Yeah,
someone else want to do it, or should I do it?
Oh, I can't
I mean, I'll
change
still
it.
sip on it.
We collectively have you covered.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Wait,
Yeah.
what now?
Ooh,
Takes a village to raise a character.
it's a simple level up. for this one.
okay.
It is. You guys reach level 5 after exiting the Lost Mine. So I don't know. Has anyone done any of their level 5 stuff up before now? Which is totally cool.
I literally just clicked level 5. I did not roll hit dice or anything like that yet.
Yeah, I just did level 5, and then I think I just took the 5 default hit points.
Okay.
How do we do that?
All right. So if you're looking at your character sheet,
Which
next to your name's little drop-down arrow, and you want to select Manage Levels.
Okay.
That should bring you straight to the level section, where you can choose to drop down and choose what level you are. Exactly. But we're doing XP, so you should already all be at level 5 because I went into all of your sheets and added in the corresponding XP amount.
Well, we actually have to. Well, we actually have to go in and hit edit and then select what class and level we want, because otherwise it doesn't count that way for us.
From your point of view, you guys, the little drop-down arrow doesn't have a manage levels right underneath edit character.
Oh yeah,
Mine does.
In the campaign page, it'll treat them all as characters with level 5 experience, but then the character sheet will still say level 4 until we add the level ourselves, because that's the customization part.
Yep.
Huh. That's weird, because I went in and I added XP for all characters. From...
Oh, I gained a spell. Woo.
Like, even last session, it showed me as a 5th level character with 4 levels in Cleric until I added a 5th level of Cleric.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, I got you. So it's a little different than what I was thinking. Right.
It's just a UI thing. It's not a real issue.
Right, a little distinction between the way I'm thinking of it and what you're describing, but that's cool.
If you wanted to take a level in something else,
right?
If you want.
Everybody gets a cool thing at 5th level in their class.
I get level 3 spells.
Now, how do you level it up? Level up.
So in manage levels, there should be Rogue and then 4, and you can click the 4 and turn it into a 5.
Okay,
I spent all your levels.
I did that.
And that's it.
Yep, and then that's all we gotta do because we don't get anything fancy, really.
Yeah. Okay, we did get one fancy thing.
Well, level 5, you get something at level 5. Fancy is, I'm assuming you mean like your base stats, which won't change. I think level 6.
No, like we don't even get to pick anything. It's literally, hey, you gain uncanny dodge. Bam.
Which is fancy as hell.
No, I'm not disagreeing that the skill isn't fancy. I'm just saying you don't get to sit there and make like unique choices to your character.
Right. This is just a level that is like you've gained this thing in your class.
Yeah.
Or subclass.
Yeah.
It's also we all gain the proficiency bonus.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah,
say my
proficiency
proficiency bonus went up.
Maybe it
Should
did.
be
I
good
don't
too.
fucking know.
So now everything I'm in proficient with is like a +6 now.
Okay, and then how do we do hit points?
So on the
Just,
manage levels page, there's manage HP at the top.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a fixed character, HP character like me, it just happens naturally.
Okay.
I don't know what you
Right.
see if you're not that.
Yeah, mine did go up, so I think I fixed.
Yeah, mine auto fixed, so I'll just leave it rather than rolling.
It's so weird that you guys had to choose level 5 out of there because
Yeah, because I could have chosen Warlock.
I mean, I suppose you could have added a class. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
you
how it
could
works.
could
It
have
gives
multi-class.
subclassed it.
it
That makes
effectively.
sense.
I've done this in like the crafting of characters thing. It just gives you 5 levels to work with on that character.
Right.
And some of my skills did go up a little bit. My
Yeah.
Yeah.
sleight of hand is now +12, and my stealth is now
Because
+10.
we also got a
Jesus.
natural proficiency bonus for and
Yeah,
we got
everything you're
+1 on our
proficient in
proficiency.
should go up 1. Everything you're expert in should go up 2.
That is very
Right.
exciting.
Rogues are like that.
Uncanny dodge it's nice to have a react now.
You have shield a little bit all the time.
And what
You
something
got
else
half shield.
something else great happened for me too. What was it?
I think do you gain an extra sneak
all of
attack
your
die?
all of your
3d6
finesse attacks
instead
and
of
damage will go up
2d6?
by 1.
I
I think we got an extra D4 on our sneak attack.
I
You
get
get an
a
extra
last
D6 on your
level.
sneak attack.
I get an extra
Yeah, so you
D4
should be-
for vicious mockery as well.
Cool.
Cantrips go up at level 5.
This is cool.
So all the spell
Do they?
casters with those cantrips,
Cantrips,
Oh, they
like
do.
proficiency bonus, scale with character level.
right?
Well, I knew that, but I
So-
couldn't remember if it was level 5 or a different level that gave me my cantrip D hit.
Oh, it
Bonus.
also looks like
Sneak attack is
drinking a
3d6 now.
spell.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm.
I gained a spell.
A variant tiefling.
Enthrall! I don't know what that does. Let's see.
Why did you gain a spell?
Because I'm a variant tiefling.
Ah.
Ooh.
The classes with magic-based origins can sometimes have magical effects.
Ooh.
So, Pubear, do you want me to switch you up to level 5?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'd recommend
Just-
that you change one prepared spell to a second level spell.
Of course you would.
I would suggest swapping out Wrathful Smite for either protection from poison or Find Steed, which is like Find Familiar, but for a horse.
Well,
There's a-
spell choices you guys can do. When
Yeah, but
Yeah,
when
like
you
that's
level
probably-
this
spell
stuff.
prepped like a cleric, so I can have it any time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna apologize. I'm switching over to my car. My car might take over.
All
So-
right.
Okay.
Let me know if there's
Let's
any
hold
weird
up.
noises.
All right, let's all wait for it. Ready?
Wait for it. Hold on. You hear the beeping? You hear the thing on my webcam?
A little bit.
From my free link.
Oh,
And we have the new voice. And it sounds like a car. In one of those
Yeah.
80s cop shows.
I can't hear him. You still with us, Joe?
I'm still here.
All right. Yeah, you do sound a little farther away.
Yeah, you sound like you went through a wormhole and came out the other side.
Paladin 5, all your attacks, damage, and skills will go up by 1, and you can attack twice per turn.
Okay, so what it seems to have done with when just choosing the 5th level is it does overwrite your max hit points to be the average.
Yeah, the automatic
Mhm.
fixed amount.
So that's kind of unfortunate because I didn't write everyone's down before this.
So take the average minus con to the total, and that's what
I think
your
mine
all
was
HP would be.
27.
Yeah, mine was
I have-
27. It went up to 33.
Same.
Yeah, mine was like. Yeah, I think mine was like 27, went up to 33 or something like that myself. So.
Okay, so basically, what would be potentially a lot easier for us to just do when it comes to leveling up in HP is to just roll with what the standard amount would be per level. if you guys wanted to roll hit die and off the previous amount, like I know Sparkle Gem was rolling a little bit higher than the average amount each time.
Could it be on the
yeah,
I
except
remember
for the
that. I don't
one.
remember what your number was. I could go back and look at the streams and see if we could.
I was either at
figure-
27 or 28. I cannot remember.
Could it be on the roll 20 mini?
If you put it there, I haven't been.
Yes.
I
editing
might
them.
have.
I
had to go
haven't
with
been
Sparkle
editing
like 3
them on
sessions
them.
ago.
I keep mine there, so if you bring up Sparkle Gem quick, I could find out.
Well, let's go look. Well, anyways, one of the big choices that it seems like actually level 5, the majority choice we have at level 5 is you guys should be gaining some stuff, but to choose, do you want to roll for your hit die, or do you want to accept the average amount that comes with it?
I was just gonna go average.
Yeah, I think at level 4 I rolled and I got like a 1 and was pretty upset. So I'm just gonna take the average.
Yeah, I'm the same.
This is like the only place where the D&D rounds up in favor of the player, so I'm fine with it.
Oh, I'm tempted. I'm so tempted. If I was in front of some dice and could like see how my luck is doing, I would totally go with the dice. But I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to be right back. I have to make another. Well, I have to take another phone call. So
Okay.
I will rejoin you in a few minutes.
No worries.
Fair enough.
All right. So it sounds like everybody's doing that, so that's cool. We can roll with them where they are there. If everybody's good with that, then we're pretty much leveled up.
Yep.
So then the only other thing that I wanted to do, which would be fairly brief this evening, would be to kind of have a quick chat about like next campaign stuff. From what you guys have told me already, I am leaning towards a particular pre-made like campaign piece to take, like I did with the Lost Mine of Phandelver, to take and then like kind of hack and slash into pieces. Like there'll be some general or overarching storyline parts, but I figure you guys are probably going to go a certain way, and I'll try and work that campaign in.
Now, will our main like base of operations still be Phandalin?
You guys are still heading to Phandalin, and that is definitely where we will start the next session.
Okay.
As you guys are entering Phandalin, you saw it on the horizon the last time, and so that'll be the same place that you're heading to now.
Because we've got some business to take care of in Phandalin still.
Right, exactly. I've been setting up some potentials for directions to go. The definite reason that I wanted to take this week off was to see about getting potential guests in and making sure that I can write in any story elements for anybody who wanted to swap characters. And we know we have someone who's doing a switch, and that'll be kind of like part of the fun and surprise of the next session. Unless they told you already, in which case I'm very disappointed in all of you.
I know who it is.
Oh, he does. Snap. Well,
I don't.
That'll
So
be
I know
a
it's
part
not
of
me,
the
and you still
fun.
have a healer.
Or he's lying. I don't think you could lie to us then.
I don't think he knows how to lie very well.
No, I'm terrible at it. My wife always laughs at me every time I try.
That might not be why.
Oh, thanks, Oz.
Did you always have that beard when you tried?
Oh,
damn!
I'm just saying, science.
Someone's getting sassy.
Yeah, so maybe some
I like
party
his
infighting
eyes.
happening now, and not just to the Goblin campaign.
Yeah, right.
Oh man. All right. What else? So I I guess I basically like I've asked you guys like what you wanted to do, like, and I've got a sense of that from your responses, and that's so far that's what's influencing my decision on like what direction to take things, and I got a pretty strong thought about where to go with everything. But I want to know tonight if you had any thoughts or feelings. This is a great place or a time to say, you know what I don't like doing that we do all the time, or you know what I don't like that we did that one time and I just never want to go back to. It was only that once, but I enjoy it more when we do something else. Like now's a great time to tell me that so that I make sure, or I have the chance to make sure, or at least attempt to make sure that that doesn't happen or isn't, uh, let's say, a theme of the campaign, right? Like I hate chaotic pirate types. Please, please, please don't put me on the water with pirate ships.
I don't think Jerk would like pirates very much because he's
a wannabe pirate.
No, he's a fire boy. I don't think he'd do well on the high seas.
Pirates on a boat.
You're not as Charmander. You can get wet.
I can get wet, but I don't think he particularly likes it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But you know,
is that something Jerk doesn't want, or is that something Chris doesn't want? Though?
Oh, I'm easy. I'll do anything, but I don't think that's something Jerk would want to do.
All that flies. All that flies here. You know, like tell me. I can't grant all the wishes because maybe I got to make sure everybody's happy.
Oh my god, we get to watch the Joe drive.
Right?
Hi guys.
So here's everything that I know. I know that I can remember our current plot threads are the necromancer that did not stay dead, the ruin that was on the shapeshifters map, and the dragon cultists that have been doing whatever they want for the last 2.5 years.
I mean,
and I know from a video I watched last week that the next major module has the word dragon in the name, and it sounds cool. I don't know what's actually in it.
Well, I mean, I will say that I don't feel comfortable going dragon hunting until we're a little bit higher level.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm not comfortable going, like, Godslayer killing until we're, like, at level 15, 16.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna put you guys up against it. Even if you wanted to get to some point like that, I'm not gonna put you up against anything that's not at least like statistically.
I don't know where I put your fire. Go on, sorry, I'll mute myself.
At your level or around it. So
I feel like you've
about that.
I feel like you've been. I've always been more gung ho about going into battle because I kind of trust the fact that you're actually doing the work to balance the fights.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I'm doing my best to make it so that it's not like impossible ever. Although I do think that the last one was probably the most balanced I've had an encounter to be, and that is probably why you guys got like kind of low health wise and spell slot wise at the end, is because that was my like best job balancing. Because it was like, okay, you still won. Nobody really nobody died. I don't even really. Did anyone fall unconscious?
I went unconscious.
You went unconscious.
I went unconscious, but it was from the baby spiders.
Right, it was like right at the end, just a little thing. Like, so I think that one was my best balance.
I think I got down to like 2 hit points, so I was almost there.
I don't think I got hit once.
But I do also like
you're
really
a coward.
I really enjoy that though, because like that was like, you know, high stakes, and I was like, oh shit, man, we really gotta.
You like the thrill, the chance that we don't have 100% chance of success?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want it to be kind of hard.
Yeah, right. Like, I mean, if it's easy, it's not fun, right?
If the effort's not affecting it, then there's no point to the effort. So.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely try. I'll definitely try and keep the encounters balanced and keep them being like difficult, but hopefully a challenge that we can collectively overcome. That does like bring us. The more balanced they are, the higher the chance there is that someone does die. But you know that is part of the game too, right? Like there may be the character may pass because they encounter something that's too difficult for them.
You might
the situation turns. You might be.
I'm very excited to use these new skills.
So I hereby make a formal proposal that we in the next month have a session 0 and session 1 for Horde of the Dragon Queen, running from levels 5 to as long as it takes.
I mean,
Oh, that's like
like I
super
said,
meta outside
I
about, yeah.
don't want to go dragon hunting right now. I don't want to do it.
No, I mean dealing with cultists.
Dealing
Yeah,
with the
okay.
cultists leads
How
to dealing
about-
with a dragon.
whatever
and
the
I don't
heck, I'm
feel
getting
like
too
doing
far meta.
dragon shit yet.
Yeah, you're getting a little ass in. How about in terms of, like you kind of mentioned on the
I also have-
campaign like leads that I put out in front of you. You definitely know about the dragon cultists in Level Tree. You definitely know that you have a wandering goblin king in the Neverwinter Wood.
We gotta deal with that. Yeah.
There were some clues about political intrigue happening in either Neverwinter or Waterdeep. There were several just sort of generic quest things in the book that Godwald had picked up. That Sword Coast Adventurers Guide had like a whole slew of here's a dungeon, or here's a story about a legendary monster somewhere, or a heretic forge and something. So like there are some options buried in that book there, and if we like have the characters just kind of like page through it and look into each one, I could tell you guys a bit about those stories. There are some backstory stories that we could potentially pursue. Jerk and Sparklegem collectively have a kind of backstory between them and the Hand of Yartar. There are some organizations that you guys are a part of, like Talison's a part of the Harpers. Jerk started to join the Zentrim. Tibera is a part of the Lord's Alliance. So we could like sort of lean into any of those things to like go forward. Did any of that spark more interest for you than another piece of those? Like, so like if those were all laid out on the table and you had to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I choose 5.
Well, I'm going to be selfish and say I'm very interested in the Zentrim angle.
Yeah, I definitely like. I mean, based on the spirit journey that I went on about the dragon thing, I mean, I'm interested in that. I'm also very interested in like the political turmoil kind of going on, and doing some sort of like investigation stuff. So I'd be down to like go into like a big city where we have to like figure out what's going on and uncover some sort of crazy, political plot or something. I also, I mean, and I figure like the Harper's stuff really does interest me a lot, and so I kind of figured like that might tie into the whole political intrigue thing. So I don't know what you would have planned for that, but
right, and I'm gonna adjust it based upon tonight and adjust it on what I've heard in the past, and then also once I start getting more in depth into some of the campaign reading this week, I'll change things up too. So just keep telling me what you like. I hear political intrigue in those cities has got the ear. I hear the bit about like pursuing the Zentrim. What else? Who else?
Okay,
So
just a quick interjection.
Yes.
Joe's camera keeps freezing in weird positions, and like his eye will slightly twitch for about a minute. And it's
This
really
stream is now sponsored by Cyberpunk 2077, come out this month.
It's really starting to freak me out.
Okay. Well, I'm sure he's going to try and be with us as much as he can.
Mm-hmm.
And so I've got Godwell has 2 letters. One of them looks at potentially issues of the Lord's Alliance itself, and one of them is the Necromancer is not dead and is somewhere around Thunder Tree doing more Necromancer weird shit.
Yeah.
There's the character. Oh, you guys know his name.
I forgot his name, but like I said, I don't really care what we do as long as we're not going dragon hunting right this second. Like
that is sensible.
Yeah, I also don't feel like if we decided to go deal with this dragon, it would probably be a while before we actually encountered them.
Well, right.
We've known about the Black Spire.
Whole long arc that I don't feel like necessarily starting another huge arc right this moment.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Later for like.
Haman cost.
Yes. There he is.
Okay, I'll say I think Marquise was lagging out there a bit.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know why my connection drops all the time.
He's better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear some echo on somebody's connection.
I think it was on. Hang on. Yeah. If I completely mute Joe, then I'm not hearing any echo.
Yeah, he muted it. That was on Rocket.
Yeah, I think it's just because he's in his car.
So I think. Does that give you a good idea?
Like pursuing the Necromancer. You guys know a bit about the fact that he is probably in Thunder Tree. You know a bit about like the dragon cultists are out there too. There's King Droop out in the woods somewhere. There's definitely some like power shifting happening between like the seat of power in the area at Waterdeep, the largest city on the Sword Coast, and the Neverwinter. Like you guys have some letters and some other intrigue there. There was like the walk, the vision quest sort of like step that happened that said, "Hey, we really do need to stop this dragon out here."
I kind of feel like
some other things.
Jerk would probably want to go home now that he's not alone and he has friends. He'd kind of want to show them around where he grew up in Neverwinter.
Is it possible to like chase things over there too? Okay, so I think I'm hearing like some of the things you guys like, and I'll try and pick up from there. But if there's anything else, like please.
You still have the big map that you shared of like the world or something?
Yes, can we please have the book map in Roll20?
Oh, sure. I will log into Roll20. It's not on there at all. But now I am.
In terms of gameplay, I've enjoyed the dungeony bits. I've enjoyed the RP bits. I don't have any overall issues right now.
All right, no issues. I like no issues. That's good. All right, I think I brought you guys over to the maps that were in the book there.
I mean, I have issues, but a lot of those are my own internal issues because I'm kind of crazy.
Okay. Yeah, when you guys like start the next one, if you want, like we can even just go with Godwald. Like, hey guys, this book has these items in it, and he can start reading you like some of the stories that were written in the book that he found, and I can tell you all about these different places and these things.
Okay.
The Dungeon of the Mad Mage probably wouldn't be too like horrible of a thing to go find out and discover, but again, that's out in Waterdeep, so that could kind of get clumped in with going back to everyone's origin stories or this or that.
I would certainly be willing to go into a capital D dungeon with 2 rogues. That sounds like a good idea that we would all profit from, or at least the rogues.
We would all profit from,
or at least the rogues.
Yeah, absolutely. Might build.
Of course, I mean, it says a Dungeon of the Mad Mage. If that doesn't say arcane items up the ass, I don't know what does.
When it has that many capital letters, it must be interesting. But we'll find.
I like the idea of going into a city so I can use my +12 sleight of hand.
And just steal from everyone who walks by you.
Just once.
I mean,
you say that, but the second you get their entire belt pouch, you're just like, yeah, I'm doing this all the time now.
It's gonna be a 15 DC on something, and you're gonna roll a 1, and you're gonna be like, son of a bitch! You're gonna be so mad that
after you've looted a drow aristocrat in his own lair, can you really go back to petty thievery?
It's not like he built the place. He just kind of.
It was his. Like I found enough of his belongings that it counts as a lair.
Yeah.
He didn't have any lair action, so I don't know about all that.
Hideout.
Right.
That's true.
Plus, I think it would
have to face something with lair actions.
It would probably be a good idea to See if we
lair
could
actions,
get
like
that.
pulling a lever and the spikes come up.
See what?
Yeah, layer actions like that. Yep.
Like if we could get that forge working again too, have like a workshop of magical
Well,
items. That would be.
Yeah, there is completing the quest that you were given to actually
Yeah.
clear out the Lost Mine of Phandelver. Though I will tell you, you guys came really close.
I'm not. I don't know how to deal with a skull that shoots fireballs.
I think it might be tied more to the giant creepy slug thing.
Oh yeah, the slug thing.
But we did say that we would go back.
We
All
have a
right.
stake,
Well,
and it's
maybe
still too close to home.
maybe we could do that and give Jared a little bit of time to come up with
Prep
something
another
else that
arc.
would please all of
Well,
us.
I'll be honest with you guys. I kind of I've asked this enough, and I think I've heard enough this evening to generally have like a sense of like where to go. No matter what, it's always going to be like I've always done in the past, where there are just things set in front of you, and you guys decide where to go, and I will adjust based on what you do. So it's very possible that I now have what I feel like is a strong sense of where you're going. But when you get back to Phandalin next week and you gotta jump into town and you're like, oh no, wait, I don't know what that dude, that fish man, I want to follow him to the ends of the earth, and you guys just chase him off into the Sea of Swords, and I'm like, all right, like different
Like,
campaign, and we go that way,
It's
right?
like it's like in the spirit of the Lux Shrine. Grab a small child, have them point randomly to the front ink side cover of the book, roll a d20, and pick that name, and go to that place and find stuff to do.
There you go. Yeah, it could just be like, you know what? We're tired of the Sword Coast and being heroes here. Let's go be heroes somewhere else, or just all spread your separate ways and then build a different party. I mean, it's really it is always up to you guys.
Right. All right.
Yeah, but even if you're looking at that book, yeah, you know about in Northern Faerun, there's the White Plume Mountain, the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. There's the Tomb of
A Sararak,
Acererak.
the first final boss of D&D.
Right, it's a K.
After the DM.
The Sunless Citadel, the hidden shrine of Tamaoekchen, however you pronounce that. The land of Thay. Those are all like different ones marked on that larger map. And the smaller map has on the actual Sword Coast, the Sunless Citadel, the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and White Plume Mountain. Those are all places you can go.
Oh, I
You've
need to
also heard
get my reward from
about
Thunder Tree. Keep forgetting about that.
Yes, there is a buried thing in the tree that you have been bequeathed that you want.
There's a thing in a shop too.
Oh yeah, there's something you guys. There was a family heirloom that was told. It was hidden in a shop in the ruins of Thunder Tree. You guys also heard about and basically like the Black Spider, and the reason he was there in the Lost Mine of Phandelver was to build and to take the forge over and send magical weapons back to
Menzo Berezan, land of the Drow and their shenanigans.
yeah, which is so you don't know a whole ton about that, but you do know that that is another place, and that they are in the area of Phandalin operating. So there's a potential that they're doing something that might threaten the Piterbottom family.
No. The Piterbottoms are untouchable. Someone threatens Mama Piterbottom.
I know one of the rogues' families is all dead.
Wait, what?
But I don't.
It's really hard to act in surprise when I have to like fumble with it. No, not the Piterbottoms. Leave Mama alone.
Yeah, nobody threatens Mama Piterbottom.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Sparkle Gem would kill the Piterbottoms if it came between her family and their family. Like, no problem. Sparkle Gem is very in love with her mother.
I don't think it would really come down to a chat.
I don't really know how it would, but yeah, I'm sure there will be a Joker v Batman situation where it's like, save the Pineapple Bottoms or save the Sparkle Gems. Your choice, heroes.
Oh my goodness.
But all right, I think I have it. Like I said, I think I have a sense from before, and I'm hearing you guys now. So I've got some thoughts. I will definitely spend some time reading some campaigns that are like the fifth level and on. From here on out, you guys are kind of overpowered, so I might jump you up a little higher and reduce difficulty on a later campaign. To go like a little bit the opposite direction of where we are now, where I'm kind of buffing all of the encounters in order to meet up to your guys' level. Instead, like I might go with picking a tougher campaign and weakening them so that we could like follow that story or something. But really, I'm just using any of those as
A
Like
template.
the framework to build a campaign that's kind of pretty unique to you guys, and I like the unique elements a little bit more at this point. So.
All right, so
Cool.
we'll meet back next week, and we'll tug out some strings we find in Phandalin.
Yeah.
And that'll be session 1 of Sparkle Motion Year 2.
Right.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Right.
The motions of sparkles.
So
something that I've been working on is like somewhat of a backstory. So I'll get that written up and sent to you. Just so that way, if you wanted to work that in.
Stop being a lazy sack of shit and actually type my backstory.
Why?
I suppose you could photograph it and send it to me.
I could. I even left the notebook.
Did your daughter
here in
like almost
town.
fall down the stairs there?
I think she did. I just saw like a little yellow thing
She,
wander
like, held
past
her
my
hand up on the
room.
wall and kind of like walked herself down. That was random. Yeah, no. If you do, Marquise Dawson, if you you do finish some of your backstory stuff and you want to send it to me, like the sooner the better, because that'll help me like make decisions. I do think, despite what research I will do this week, that the actions or choices you guys make in Phandalin when I present you with different encounters, people, potential quests, and all that will really like shape this anyways, but this will give me some groundwork to start laying out, and I will probably, after next week's session, build a new campaign on Roll20 that is not all of the current maps that are on this campaign, so we may have to join a second campaign on Roll20.net, or I may just delete some of the things, but I don't like deleting them.
Yeah, no, let's do a second one.
I'll probably leave it up and build a second campaign.
Just call it Sparkle Motion Year 2.
Oh, I don't know if you'd ever be interested in doing this.
S&M Year 2? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that. S&M.
That took way too long to be made.
I
right?
found
That
I
joke's
found
a
out how
year
to
in the
go into
making.
like you can go into like games like Skyrim and then use the console to basically delete your character model and then go straight up, and then you can throw a map on it and it's animated. So if you ever wanted to do that, to like have animated maps and stuff, it'd be kind of cool. I'd be interested in doing it.
It's like when we're fighting in a field, we could have a field that is being rendered in Skyrim.
Yeah, and you could just take an MP4 video of it or whatever Roll20 accepts as far as video format, and then you can have like an animated map.
Yeah, there's a whole service that does like a bunch of animated maps, and my DM from my campaign, I think he's collected a bunch of them. So I thought about asking him to borrow some of those. Like I borrowed some of his minis and stuff for Saturday's in-person one, which by the way I loved. And I love you guys. That was so great.
That was. It really, really was.
That was such a blast. I had so much fun.
Before you actually got into the chat, we were talking about when would be the next time something like that could happen again. I'm like,
oh yeah, to do another in-person session.
Yeah, I said, realistically, not 3 to 4 months. Like,
yeah, probably not. What about around a HoyaCon? And was that the end of January?
Is
that too soon?
End of January.
That's
mean,
mid-January.
Yeah, that's around my birthday.
Yeah, January 9th through the 12th.
Because I know
We could have a meetup.
Chris is maybe planning on coming down for Ahoyacon, so if he's already in town, and then all we need to grab is CJ to be in town.
Yeah, and I'll definitely, have the table finished by then. I just honestly need to just put it together and stain it.
I mean, I need to get in contact with some people to see where my finances are sitting before I commit.
Yeah, it's got some time,
Basically, I'm either like paid up completely, or I have like a month and a half left of finishing the payments off on my place.
Yeah, well, I don't think it
So I
would
gotta
be
get
in
that
2020.
figured.
So,
You don't think it would be 2020? You think it'd be 2021?
or I don't think it'd be 2019. Sorry, I think it would be in 2020. My apologies.
Right. So, but meeting up for OhioCon specifically is something I would need like a week or two before I could commit to.
Fair.
Just so I could double check all finances and everything. That's all I'm saying. Because I also spent a lot more money while I was in town than I had planned on it.
Okay.
So.
Happens.
Do we have any more business?
What are these? So what did I miss here? I missed some other things in chat because I see you guys, your amulets, the spider staff stuff. Like you got some inventories posted.
Wait, what?
That's old.
Yeah, that's old.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was all the stuff we got from the Black Spider.
Now I see. It wasn't until today that the call went through. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm really excited for these level 3 spells that I have. They're pretty sweet.
Me too.
And also, I didn't even realize that my cantrips, like my Primal Savagery, is 2d10 now.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2d10's nice. Although it's always like, is it gonna be 20? It's 2. Fuck.
I know. I feel like every time I actually hit with it, it's like 5 or like 1 or something really low.
Like the window, the range that it could be is so high that it can be like pretty crushing when it's low. Although it can be really thrilling when it's high.
Variance.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, all my cantrips went up. Like Produce Flame's 2d8 and like Frostbite's 2d6 now. I think my Constitution save went up a little bit. I don't know, maybe.
We're gonna have to edit every micro now.
What?
Micro commands on macros. Whatever.
Oh, macros. Oh, yeah.
I'm half awake, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and edit all the macros now, so that way they're actually accurate again.
You just gotta change one number though. Ooh, my Healing Spirit went up to 2d6.
Yeah, you will have to change them out of it.
All right. Well, if that concludes our business, I'll stop the stream. And who wants to play games afterwards?
I got some stuff to do, but if I have any free time later, I will join you.
All right.
I might be on Destiny 2 later. I still need to get. Yeah. I got to get me some of that candy.
Yeah.
See you guys.
All right, later, man.
So I don't know when that'll be, but keep an eye out for me.
Okay, I will just stay on and play that nonstop until you get on.
Oh, one other thing. Next week, let's see. Next week is the 11th. The following week, it is likely. Well, next week we may have a guest, and the following week we may have a guest as well.
Ooh.
So
I have
our in-person session sparked some interest from other people that I've been talking to for some time. So we might have some guest characters,
I still want Sarah to just become a permanent feature in our party, but that's because I adore the shit out of Sarah, so I'm a little biased. Short Sarah, the one that was sitting next to me.
Okay.
I met
Not
her
the one that got in a fight with Marquise.
Yeah, no, the other one.
What?
Keegan and Sarah.
All right.
I met her.
Oh yeah, you missed that.
I'm gonna turn off the stream now. Good night, internet.
Good night, internet.